Hello there, my name is Squalo and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, in this video, let's talk about some painful stuff, and I think I've uncovered something, and I was thinking about the Bitcoin price and what's going on in general and what's going on with the whales and what they're planning and how the whole situation with this report is going to affect us, and also thinking about the big cycles and what might be in store for us, just knowing and understanding how the world actually functions. So if you're into crypto, this is huge. And I mean, a lot of people after this video will probably consider selling their Bitcoin. But this is not financial advice. This is just my understanding. I'm not really, I'm quite into different conspiracy theories and stuff, but this might actually be exactly what's happening right now. So without any further ado, if you're interested in that, please hit that like button. Let's get to 2,000 likes on this video, would really appreciate it. And people say that when you're liking the videos of Thomas Krallo, your financial situation starts to improve. So check it out and let me know down in the comments if that's the case or not. And also, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload. And remember that there is a link to my absolutely free Telegram channel down in the description of this video so that you're always notified when the market is on the move. And okay, without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. So currently, let's quickly take a look at the small time frame, which is this one right here, 4 hour, and we have seen this beautiful flag right here, which actually broke out right here. And guys and girls, I told you yesterday that I'm not going to be longing it because I'm not seeing any volume, and just in general it's not really looking that very appealing. And I also said that I would be more willing to actually take a short trade with a quick scalp trade. So if you've taken it, let me know down in the comments, and as always, call me Mr. Spot On, because that's what I do. And thank you very much in advance. So yeah, my prediction worked out real nicely in this instance. So, but really, I mean, it's a bit of a confusing situation because, again, us as active traders, we can only see different formations and expect something from them. So in this instance, we saw this kind of a fake out, but it stopped right here. So it didn't really, rain down all the way to $25,000. So for that, let's take a look at a different chart. Let's go to this one, and we'll see this is this huge chart that we've seen previously. That is the whole history of Bitcoin, which is actually very important for us because these green and blue levels have only been broken twice, and the last time was in 2020 because of the COVID crash right here, and we've just retested it with this current Black Swan event being the unpegging of UST and the complete death spiral of Terra Luna. So in this instance, the question is, whether we're actually going to go lower, and this is what I'm going to discuss in this video. But before we do it, let's go to a smaller time frame, and we'll see just the same kind of price action. And we were trying to draw, a flag. But what if we're just gonna do something of this sort, and we're gonna see a very strong horizontal resistance, and also right here we're gonna see a very strong horizontal support. So this being just a channel, this being either accumulation, or this could also be simple anticipation of what I have mentioned many times previously, and that is going to be the 27th of May, the release of the Personal Consumer Expenditures Price Index report, where we're going to see important inflation figures, which Fed gives more value to than, for example, the CPI, which we've seen previously. So wait until the 27th and subscribe right now, because I'm going to update you exactly on what I'm going to be doing and whether I'm going to be longing or shorting Bitcoin with a bigger outlook and a bigger swing trade, so to speak. So in this instance, we're just juggling along, and currently our most important support is coming in at about 27,700, which again is from the weekly chart, the blue level. But all of this is great, and of course it's worth noting that we've also seen the most consecutive weekly red candles we've ever seen in the history of Bitcoin. You can go back into the history, you'll see big down moves, but they will always with some kinds of breaks in the middle, some kind of relief rallies. And we're not really even seeing a relief rally in this instance, unfortunately. So, and this is quite grim. Now, the big question is, we've seen that the whales are preparing something. The last time the whale activity peaked peaked above 90 right here in this instance. This is when we've had this incredible dump of Terra Luna situation, the Black Swan event. So we're currently having another peak right here, but the price isn't really moving down yet. So, but they're preparing something. And this got me thinking. If we're going to take a look at this big chart right here, and of course, by the way, almost forgot to mention that if you want to be trading actively and you want to be trading the breakout or breakdown out of this channel right here, then look no further than Bybit. And with my exclusive link, which you can find down in the description of this video or in the pinned comment, you can get up to $4,100 in free bonuses on top of your initial deposit and use it for your own trading. It's real money, and if you ever lose money, you're gonna first lose that bonus money that you will get from Bybit. So, and that's verified by me. Bybit is one of the most transparent exchanges out there, and it was voted as the most transparent exchange back in 2021. So it's real money, and I've confirmed it myself. And also you'll get a 0% maker fees for 30 days only if you're going to use my exclusive link together with the bonus. So use that for yourself. Now, it's important for us to quickly note the cycles, because I've spoken about the cycles previously. And these purple lines right here are the halvings, which actually, translate into the market cycles of Bitcoin, the infamous Bitcoin cycles. And we've had one on the November 2012, then 4th of July of 2016, and then finally the last one, the third halving, was in the May of 2020. So, and currently our next halving is going to be right here approximately on the 26th of February in 2024. So we are currently, and this is important, we're currently standing right here in the middle of the cycle. In the right, you can see it visually, we're pretty much in the middle. Now, what does this mean for us in terms of the previous situations? And that is, if we're gonna mark it approximately the middle, somewhere here, whatever, just like this, then we're gonna go back here, for example. Also, after the first halving, we'll see that we were standing somewhere in this area. So what is this gonna tell us? That even though in these regions, right in the middle of the cycle, the things were looking really grim. But again, there were a lot of people who were very bullish, and they were really surprised by this down move. So the bottom was actually quite further away than they have thought in the middle of the cycle. And so it was right here. So we actually had some down move, but then, and let's measure this down move real quick. Let me just find this right here. And we'll see that the down move was about 70%. And let me remove it from here. And then if we're gonna go, oh well, this just got removed. Let me just mark it once again, approximately in the middle. And in this instance, our down move into the middle of the cycle from the all-time high was also 70%. So if we are going to go right here, and we're currently in about the middle of the cycle, we'll see that from the all-time high right here, we have about 62%. So it lines up quite well, in fact. So is this a reason to actually worry? And do we have much more pain coming? And the answer is, this is again not financial advice, but when we are looking at all the on-chain metrics, all the stuff that I've showed you before, all the long positions, all the accumulation trends, and all the amount of Bitcoin is at an all-time high, which is in the cold storage and wasn't touched for over a year, that is just being there for the future, and it's in the hodl state, and a bunch of other stuff that I've mentioned many times before, which would indicate that we are potentially very close to the bottom. And this also would be supported by this chart right here, that we are, at this incredible support, incredibly important support, which if we break it, the next support would come in at around 20K. So in this instance, and this being that we are currently in the middle of the cycle, and historically, when we were in the middle of the cycle, a lot of more pain would actually come afterwards. And this brings me to the next topic. So obviously, if we would see much more pain, then we would go much deeper and much lower than we have ever gone in this history of Bitcoin, just statistically. So, going against the statistics of the market is very difficult. But there is statistics, there is on-chain data, there is technical analysis, there is macroeconomics, there is a bunch of stuff, which, by the way, if you're interested, you can learn all of it from active scalp trading, day trading, and swing trading to long-term investing, as well as portfolio building in my complete program at thomaskrallo.com. It's an incredible, one of the best trading learning programs in the world, which here are the list of subjects, and it covers literally everything you need to know from active trading to long-term investing, and how to combine both, how to combine on-chain analysis, how to combine fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and all of it to become a professional trader. And it takes roughly 150 days to complete this program, so it's rigorous. 202 video lectures, more than 145 quizzes, and there is a final exam at the end as well. And the curriculum, here is the curriculum, is absolutely incredible, and there is homework, and it's absolutely crazy. I mean, this is it took me a year to develop this thing and put all of my knowledge into it, the knowledge that made me a lot of money. So, and there's also different packages. You can have yourself a personal assistant who's going to check your homework, etc. Then also there's possibility to work one-on-one with me, which is the Assisted Plus version. So all the links are down in the description, or in the pinned comment, or you can also go to thomaskrallo.com directly and check it out yourself. So enjoy. And as of right now, once again, we have very important macroeconomic situation, and we have a very important situation in the geopolitical world, with the war and the potential shortage of food that is coming. And let me know down in the comments if I should cover this as a separate topic on this video, whether this potential starvation of the world is real. And the answer is yes, it's absolutely real. So that also is something that could be defined as a black swan event, which is creeping in right now, and it's not really getting that much coverage, but I think it might become a problem, especially if the conflict of Russia and Ukraine is not going to be resolved very, very soon. So in this instance, we are at the mercy of Fed, and there are many things that are in play besides statistics, besides market cycles, besides the traditional drawdowns and all these wise asses measuring the percentages, myself being one of them as well, because it's indicative of what's potentially to come, but it's not definite. So what's currently definite is the market participants, and we all know that and this is the most juicy part of this video, so stick around till the end, because this is just philosophy, but at the same time this is something that I've seen in the world myself. I know how the banks work, I know how the big conglomerates work, I know how the big money functions. I'm not one of those whales yet, unfortunately, but I'm working towards it. But I know how this world functions, and this world is a very sad place, quite honestly. And there is a lot of manipulation, there is a lot of bullcrap, and there is a lot of stuff that is money driven. We are all capitalists, after all, and we all care about ourselves. So in this instance, we know that and stick around with me, we know that there is such a huge number of people that are realizing that Bitcoin is potentially the future, and that being the huge whales, and not Bitcoin whales. I'm talking about the whales, the world whales, with big money, with billions and trillions of dollars. And what does this mean? This means that if they see such a huge opportunity in the market, that this could be the next, 12th, the number 12 industry of the S&P 500, they really want to get in, and they want to get in low. I mean, super low. And of course, this means that they want to push the price as low as possible. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be 10,000, if it's going to be 15,000, whatever. But this is very, very possible that they're going to do whatever it takes to push the price much lower, kick out everyone, and it's going to go against on-chain data, it's going to go against all the statistics, it's going to go against any rational technical analysis and everything that we've been used to for the last 12 years. So so that they can actually kick out everyone and take this digital gold, Bitcoin, whatever other cryptocurrencies that are scarce, the real, true proprietary rights, in this asset being the premier example of true proprietary rights, and they are understanding this. So they really want to take it out of the hands of the simple people who are prone to extreme fear and sell off at lower prices. When they see a small minus on their balance, they just sell it. They say, oh, Bitcoin is finished, it's a scam. scam, and maybe they will even spread some, some rumors saying that Bitcoin is going to zero, whatever, so that they can actually purchase it much, much lower and create these kinds of black swan events. Because in my opinion, in the world, there is no coincidence, not COVID, nothing else. Nothing is a coincidence. No black swan event, no war, nothing is a coincidence. It's all just a mechanism that was designed by someone. And I mean, you can call me crazy down in the comments right now, but this is what I've seen in the world when I've spoken to some really, really interesting people. And it's just the way it is. So this story, I started thinking, should I just sell off all of my Bitcoin? Because my average entry price is around $37,000. So if I'm going to sell now, of course, I'm going to take some kind of a loss. But if they're going to be stepping in, and if this is going to be the preparation for the next incredible, insane super cycle, when we're going to go to like 300,000, 500,000 in the next 10 years, whatever. So this could be an interesting opportunity to get in at $10,000 or $15,000, which once again, not financial advice. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, because everything is telling us currently that we are very close to the bottom. I mean, if we're going to go down to, 24,000 something, this could be, the bottom itself. So for that reason, all the metrics are telling us we are at the bottom or very close to it. What I'm currently talking about is, a conspiracy theory that, all the big money and all the rich guys, and I mean hyper rich, not millionaires, but, hyper rich, that are gonna try and take and grab all of that Bitcoin out of the hands of other people, and once it rallies, that this scarce asset is going to be in their pockets and not in the pockets of other people out there. So this is just how money works. This is how the traditional fiat system works. This is how the debt system works, and this is how, this is the definition of rich getting richer and poor getting poorer. So, and this is what we could actually see happen. And let me know that in the comments if you think that this kind of a conspiracy theory could happen. And of course, we've seen huge manipulation already by the whales, etc. But I'm talking about a different manipulation, different level of manipulation, by people who are behind governments. And, this, some crazy stuff right here. So let me know if this is a possibility for you. And in my opinion, I'm not gonna really, of course, there's this big title of should I sell all my Bitcoin, and the answer is I probably won't, because again, this is just a theory, and if it just goes lower down to, I don't know, $10,000, I'll just buy much more, because I still have a lot of fiat left, so I'll be able to dollar cost average. But if it's your last money, then I don't know, it's really up to you. Let me know what you think down in the comments. It was just a freestyle video, a little bit of philosophy, a little bit of technicals. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, and what could potentially come at this stage right now, because we are at the stage of the market where anything can happen, and we could actually see this kind of nasty, unfair, huge mass adoption by just shifting all of the holdings from the masses mostly into the pockets of a few individuals, so to speak, of few companies. Let me know if that makes sense, and if you think that this is possible at this point when we have already such a huge market cap, and then when we are actually showing that this market is here to stay, and they're realizing it, so they know that this is real and this has been tested by at least some time. And yeah, quite scary, quite interesting, but we are living at an incredible time, guys and girls. All right, peace and love, Mr. Spot On. Love you all very much. See you in the next video. Stay smart. Bye-bye.